had the pleasure of writing No Man's Land as well as acting besides George Lopez. And this is my brother Connor, who had the pleasure of directing the film and directing Mr. Chingon himself, George Lopez. It was an absolute honor. George Lopez is an actor who's been a presence in American living rooms for decades. His sitcom in the early 2000s was a huge success. It had big ratings, it was funny, it was critically well received, but it was also groundbreaking. With that show, and really the rest of his career, George accomplished something that I think most actors only really dream about. He changed the world. Now, using comedy, George gave a voice to the Latinx family, and he put them on prime time. Through the good, the bad, and obviously the hilarious, audiences across the country saw a family that wasn't so different from their own. And the Latinx viewers finally got to see a family that looked like them on network television. And that was just the beginning.
Over the last 20 years, George has used his comedy to tackle serious issues. He's united and educated, and he's done so on television, in big studio movies, on the stage doing stand-up in just about every city across the country, or during his big specials on HBO and Netflix. He's even done so from his own pocket on social media. You'd be hard-pressed to find a corner of American culture that hasn't in some way been touched by George's influence. And despite creating this brand, this cultural empire, George has continued to stretch his artistry by diving into more dramatic roles. A courageous move for a man who, frankly, has no need to prove anything to anybody. Yet still he challenges himself and those around him. He pushes boundaries and he uses his brand to support unique and important stories and help them come to light. And that was certainly the case for us on our film, No Man's Land. His early support behind this film and its message helped make it happen. And just as important, his skill in front of the camera made the film feel authentic, exactly what we as filmmakers always dreamed.
In No Man's Land, George played a Texas Ranger with Mexican roots, a second generation immigrant who straddles both worlds. Now, it was a role that George used to subtly unite people, exemplifying through his character the very soul and message of this movie, that the people on either side of the Rio Grande are equally compassionate, law-abiding, hardworking, and proud of their heritage, whether that's US, Mexican, or both. Now, George is also meticulous in his craft. He researched police interrogation techniques. He perfected a South Texas accent. We even swapped books about immigration and Border Patrol agents.
In working with George, we came to realize he's not only a role model for the Latinx community, but a role model for all Americans. And he certainly was to us. His dedication, patience, and work ethic is simply awe-inspiring. In order to accommodate our indie immigration film against his rigorous stand-up schedule, George flew red eyes back and forth to set every weekend. He'd fly all night, drive straight to set from the airport, and work a grueling day, which, by the way, for our movie, was in a 100-degree desert in the middle of Mexico. And he did all that with total focus and a smile on his face. Always polite, always a gentleman, a consummate professional, and one deserving of this award for a lifetime's worth of of breaking glass ceilings and paving new roads to success. George, we present you with the Tree of Life.
I just want to thank you guys. I just want to thank you guys in your project, No Man's Land. I mean, you know, for Mexicans in America and myself growing up, you know, it was always felt like if we didn't tell our own stories, like nobody would take the time to want to tell our stories. So to see both of you and to know how much it meant to you guys as a family, even that No Man's Land be good, and that it land with the importance that the subject deserves. It means so much to me because I think inherently you know you're negative towards maybe how you look or the color of your skin, or you say like, you know, I don't think anybody's going to look like me on TV, and you know, with your guys' validation and the things that have happened, you know, you realize that it doesn't have to be a trait to put yourself as an obstacle. Like I was the only one that believed that if you look like this, you wouldn't be on TV. And I think that negates the power of being Latino. So many other people should know that however you look and whatever your life story is and whatever you think of yourself that this rich land, this culture, this history, and these issues that have not changed over the years are very, very important, as important in 2010 as they were in 1944 when they rounded up people here in Los Angeles and took them back. So, you know, I've spent some time in Mexico with my grandmother, biological, my grandfather, and I really love going back. To think that my feet would work at Warner Brothers and then my feet would be in Guanajuato and running up the stairs of the church and running in and driving a pickup truck chasing Jake on the horse is just, you know, that scene in a Western where the hero is being chased by the police in a truck and he's on this incredibly beautiful horse and he's riding the horse as well as any actor ever has ridden a horse with a Dodge Ram chasing him. But I want to thank the film festival for honoring me with the Tree of Life. It's an incredible honor. It's an incredible statue. It means so much to me. So muchísimas gracias, Guadalajara Film Festival. Y quiero decir que nací en Los Ángeles, pero tengo el corazón en México. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.